In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the front suspension, faults, common problems, symptoms, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, watch the video. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm just doing a little brief breakdown of the front suspension and running gear. Basically, we're just going over how it all comes together, how it works, and you know, just a kind of a blanket kind of overview of it. Now, the reason for this is just to give people, people who are new to cars, new to anything like this, some insight to how your front end of your car works. That way you will know if something is wrong, or maybe be able to identify an issue or a pending issue coming up. It also avoids you getting ripped off by people telling you things that are wrong with your car that don't exist. So this is what this video is for, just give you a brief oversight, and I hope you enjoy the video. So we're going to start with the subframe. Now, subframe is kind of what it says on the can, which is subframe. Sub meaning below, and the frame. So this is the frame that's below the car. Now the subframe acts much like a hip, you know, where your legs connect into your hip. This will act much the same way, where everything connects into it to hold onto the car itself, the chassis itself. And then you've got all the other components that add on to it to stop it, to make it drive well and control and all the rest of it. Now, there aren't no real major faults you can find with the subframe in particular. Very rarely, I guess, the bushings could wear out, but that would have to be after some really serious wear and tear. But problems with the subframe, unless it's been hit by something, is very, very rare. So this is the subframe. Next on the list is your power steering rack. Now, this just attaches on top of the subframe, and power steering rack just basically controls your steering. This part goes up into the inside of the car and connects to the steering wheel, and it's hydraulically driven to make it easier to control. The symptoms with this particular steering rack, or steering racks in general, is that you'll get play in the steering wheel and these will knock. Either this can be the steering rack, or it can be the track rod ends themselves. The track rod ends out the end of the steering rack. Now, another thing is general leaking. If the hydraulic seals within this stop working, then it will leak. So that's something else also to look out for in terms of an issue with the steering rack. But apart from that, there's nothing else that really goes wrong apart from leaking and a little bit of movement within the arms here, which is just simple replacement. Okay, so this here, going across both sides, is the AntiRoll Bar. They're held in by bushings here, rubber bushings here, and from there they connect to what we call a drop link. Now, the role of this AntiRoll Bar is to stabilize the car. It's to transfer some of the energy from one side to the other side of the car, so that the car doesn't just drop in ditches in one corner. It spreads it across. It's almost like them people who walk across the tightrope with a stick, because they're able to transfer some of the unbalanced behavior across the stick, and it's exactly the same. So when that goes up, it kind of tensions this bar to push this side up as well, and down and vice versa. Now, the main common points of failure are here. These joints here, these drop-in bolts, they're very easy to change, and the bushings on the back here. When these start to go, they'll knock when you go over speed humps and stuff like that. So these are really easy to change, they're cheap, and as you can expect, they get a lot of wear and tear being located in this area here. So this is the AntiRoll Bar on the suspension. So now this is what we call a suspension leg or a suspension strut. Now it's made up of two things. Mainly you've got the shock absorber itself, and then you've got the spring. This is what they call a suspension leg or suspension strut. As you know, this takes away all the impact from the floor into the body itself. Now the common main points of failure are the spring. The spring can break. You'll usually find it broken in here somewhere, or broken at the top. That's where they generally break. And you'll see it because it won't have a shear face. It'll have like a diagonal start where something is broken off away from it. Now the other place is obviously the shock absorber itself. These are sometimes filled with gas, sometimes filled with liquid, but what you'll see is generally a mist of grease if this is failing, or it will be extremely bouncy on one corner. You'll feel it, or like Mr. Softmint man. And another point of failure is this top mount, particularly in these Audi TTs. The cars are quite heavy, and these take quite a bit of a pounding. They're four-wheel drive and all the rest of it. These take quite a bit of pounding. So this is another failure point. Now just to carry on, we've got the suspension leg, which is into the hub carrier assembly. We just call it hub for short. So this hub carrier assembly holds the wheels and the brake pads, but the suspension leg plugs into that. So attached to the subframe is the wishbone. The wishbone controls the wheel from going backwards and forwards. It laterally stops it from going this way, forwards and back. So that's where the wishbone holds it. And then the suspension legs, or the struts, are responsible for it going up and down. The main common areas of fault on these are the wishbone bushings here, the rubber grommets, which are located inside here, and this ball joint here, because these things take a lot of wear and tear. Every time you drive your car, these are being affected, and they're the same both sides. This is what they call a wishbone, and I've got a video on how you can DIY remove the bushing as well. So yeah, this is the wishbone. So that was a brief explanation on how this front suspension comes together and works, and faults and all the rest of it. So I hope that really helps you. I'm going to be breaking this car for parts. I'm selling off the parts. So in an upcoming video, I'm going to be showing you how to clean it up, prepare them for sale, because that is also another way to make money out of cars really, and to help to buy your own parts. So make sure you check that video out. If you haven't joined, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys.